back again. Right, so these basically, just quickly, these are ceramic tiles that I paint poured, acrylic paint poured, if you can see, and then with me sparkly glitter, they come out lovely. So this has got Resi heat sealer on it. So I paint poured these quite a while ago, and then I put Resi heat sealer on them. It comes out lovely. I cure it for 7 days, possibly longer. These are for a friend of mine. I re-poured them because I do believe that I had a different kind of resin on. When I gave them to her, she said, oh, they're sticking. So I said, oh, give them back to me and I'll put the Resi heat sealer on. When I pour Resi heat sealer on these, I make sure that I put more on a tile, purely because it pulls away from the edges. So I'll pour resin on maybe 2 or 3, and then I'll go back and have a little look around the edges. And then what I do is normally I'll just pick up I picked up a coffee one here, but say like I've got some resin in here, and then I'll just get it on here, and then I'll just lay it on like that, slide it down and lay it on, and it dribbles on, and then I just sort of like wobble it around a little bit, and then it goes nice and flat. And if you see that, if you can see any pits on the top, then I'll just get another little bit and let it drip on, and then roll it. And then I give it, whatever I do, I do not use this for the Resi heat sealer. I just literally either blow on it gently, really gently, or I hurt it. So I go like that, and they pop. But Resi heat sealer ideally shouldn't be poured over 15 Celsius. I believe that's right. So because if it gets too hot, it obviously solidifies quicker. But these have come out lovely. I mean, they're beautiful. So these have been curing since, I think I poured the Resi heat sealer on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so 3 days ago. You see, they are lovely, really are pretty. So I've done those ones. So they, because I re-poured them, I did have cork on the back, so I had to pick the cork off. So I'm going to quickly show you what I do. So I'll get a bit of kitchen roll, just quickly, and I'll lay that down like this, okay? And then I lay these down. So these are just the 1 mil thick ones that I cut off of the roll, and then peel it off, peely. Now with these, because they're thin, you have to be really careful and delicate. Otherwise, if you put your fingers to the edge too much, it will rip off. Unfortunately, it's because it's only 1 mil. So you have to be really careful. Okay, and so I normally stand up. I'll stand up right over it and make sure that looks about. Let's move it up a little bit, because once it's stuck, that's it, we're stuck. We are stuck. There we go. Okay, so push that down like that, and that's one done. Let's quickly do this. Now, sometimes you get resin under here, so I've got a Dremel that I use, and I gently, on number 2 or number 3 on the Dremel, I use it and just gently go around the underside with it. I've learned not to go up the sides with it, because where the resin comes down on the sides here, if you catch it at all, it can lift, and you don't want that to happen. So literally just using your Dremel, let me quickly go and grab it. There it is. So this is my Dremel. So what I would do, I hold the tile like that, and I'll just lay it gently, and it spins around and goes around, and then I do it here as well. And then I lay it down to make sure that it doesn't wobble, because sometimes obviously if you've got resin stuck here, you need to get that off as well. You need to get that off first. So you just put it down, lay it flat, and that's that one done. I'll quickly plop that one. You might want to fast forward it might be a bit boring, but yeah, can you see, like, I've dremeled these bits. It doesn't matter if there are little bits. I mean, at the end of the day, they're handmade, aren't they? You know, it's not like you're going to have shop bought tiles that are manufactured. They're all handmade, and that's why people buy them, because they like the individuality of it all, I believe. If I can pull this bit off, that'd be easy. There we go. Pop that bit like that. And lay that one down. Bosh. That's that one done. I'll do one more. And then what I normally do is I find the one that I don't like the least. Or I like them all, but the one that's out of the four that I think, could have done a better job maybe. And then that's the one at the bottom. So if I wrap them up, I put that one at the bottom with my little designer logo. There we go. Simple as that. Nice and stuck. Go round and push with the edges like that to make sure it's all stuck. And there you have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. And have a little look. Aren't they pretty? Really pretty. So I am going to say this one. So I get my little stickers like this. Now I bought these from Vistaprint, which they are expensive, if you can see. I don't know. So that's why I only stick one on the back. Plop it on. Now I will go and leave them now. I'll put them back on the shelf, and I'll leave them for another 4 days. And then what I'd normally do is, when I give them to people, I say to them, can you lay them out for another 7 days? Because at least that way they've had 2 weeks to properly cure. But I mean, I've done heat tests before. Resi Heat Sealer, which is, I've got it right here, look, Resi Heat Sealer, part A and part B. So I've worked out what grams I need in order, and I've worked out how I know how many tiles that sort of covers, so I can do another video of that, no problem. But yeah, so that's basically just to show you how I cork the back of my tiles. So I leave them, so basically they have sort of 2 weeks curing. But if you're going to do MDF ones, you can send them out and ask them to let them cure for another 7 days. So that's it for today, I'm guessing. Thank you. Bye bye everybody. Stay safe.